Welcome everyone. As we step into October, the world around us is transforming. The air feels crisper, the days grow shorter, and everywhere you look, nature is putting on a spectacular show. It's a time when we start to trade in our summer routines for cozy sweaters and warm drinks, and the anticipation of what's to come is almost tangible. Today is Saturday, October 4th, 2025, and we're on the cusp of major weather changes across the United States. This is the moment when the atmosphere begins to shift gears, setting the stage for a dramatic new chapter in our weather story. October is a classic transition month. Summer's warmth fades as cool northern air arrives, creating dynamic, sometimes volatile weather. The landscape transforms almost overnight, with vibrant reds, oranges, and yellows painting the trees, while brisk winds signal the approach of colder days. We'll see everything from lingering summer heat to the first snowfalls, often at the same time in different regions. It's not unusual to have people in the south enjoying a sunny afternoon, while folks in the north are bundling up against an early frost, or even a dusting of snow. The jet stream is becoming more active, dipping south to bring cold air and surging north to allow warmth. This powerful river of air high above us is the main driver behind the wild swings in temperature and weather we experience this time of year. Over the next 2 weeks, expect a dramatic swap in weather fortunes between the west and east. While one side of the country braces for a chill, the other may enjoy a brief return to warmth, keeping everyone on their toes. While the Rockies see their first snows, the southeast still watches the tropics. Hurricane season isn't over yet. The clash between cold and warm air can even spark powerful storms, making this a season of surprises. We'll break down the tropical situation, walk you through the week's weather, and highlight 2 major cooldowns. Whether you're planning a weekend hike, or just want to know when to expect that first frost, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll cover snowfall predictions, model disagreements, and practical advice for your region. From understanding the latest computer models, to tips on staying safe and comfortable, we'll help you prepare for whatever this season brings. So as the leaves fall and the winds pick up, let's dive into this season of change together. There's a lot to explore, and we're here to guide you through every twist and turn of the autumn weather ahead. First, let's check in on the tropics, where activity is starting to pick up as we move deeper into hurricane season. The Atlantic Basin is always a region to watch this time of year, and right now, there are 2 systems on our radar that deserve attention. The Atlantic remains active, with 2 areas of interest that meteorologists are monitoring closely. These systems are at different stages of development, but both have the potential to impact weather patterns in the coming days. The first system is located near Florida and the Bahamas. Right now, it's a weak, disorganized cluster of showers and thunderstorms. The National Hurricane Center gives it only a 10% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone over the next several days, so it's not expected to strengthen significantly. There's no immediate threat to the U.S. coastline from this system, and most forecast models keep it weak and drifting away. Still, we'll keep an eye on it, as even weak systems can bring heavy rain or gusty winds to local areas. The second system is much farther out, located in the eastern Atlantic, several hundred miles from any land. This one is showing more signs of organization, and forecasters give it a 50% chance of developing into a named storm over the next week. Computer models are split on where this system might go. Some projections show it curving harmlessly out to sea, while others suggest it could track closer to the Caribbean, or even approach the U.S. coastline by mid-October. The uncertainty is high at this stage, so it's important to stay tuned for updates. It's too early to know if this system will pose a threat to land, but its presence is a reminder that hurricane season is far from over. The Atlantic can produce storms well into the fall, so coastal communities should remain prepared. For now, the immediate threat to land is low. Most areas along the coast are enjoying calm weather, and there's no need for concern at this time. The system near Florida is weak and unlikely to develop, while the Atlantic system is still days away from any potential impact. We'll continue to monitor both and bring you updates as conditions change. As always, it's a good idea to stay aware of the latest forecasts, but there's no reason to be alarmed right now. Make sure you have a way to receive weather alerts just in case things change. Meanwhile, the bigger story for most of the country isn't in the tropics, but right here at home. Dramatic temperature swings and a surge of cold air are set to impact millions, bringing a real taste of autumn to many regions. That's where our focus shifts next, tracking the movement of this powerful cold front and what it means for your weekend plans. Let's take a closer look at the weekend setup and see how these changes could affect you. Across the US, this weekend's weather is a study in contrasts. A backdoor cold front cools the East Coast, while a low-pressure system forms near the Colorado Rockies. Behind the low, cold air brings the first significant snow to the Rockies. Great news for ski resorts. East of the low, warm air surges north, making the plains and deep south feel like summer. By Sunday, the low moves toward Minnesota, expanding its influence. Warm, moist air pushes into the southeast, bringing showers and storms, while the Rockies see more snow. The East Coast warms up as the weekend ends. So, your weekend plans depend on your location, winter-like in the Rockies, warm and humid in the south, and a warming trend for the east. This setup is just the beginning. A bigger pattern shift is coming next week. Stay tuned as the weather battleground intensifies. Let's see what's ahead. As we enter the first full week of October, the weather pattern flips. A ridge builds over the west, forcing the jet stream and cooler Canadian air into the east. By Wednesday, cities like Chicago and New York will feel a true taste of autumn, with highs several degrees below average. This cool down is brief. By Thursday, the pattern becomes messy and temperatures moderate, except along the East Coast. A secondary low reinforces the chill from Boston to DC. Meanwhile, the plains and Midwest start to warm again. This is a temporary shot of autumn air, a preview of bigger changes ahead. The main event is still to come. Let's look at the snow out west. Out west, the story is early season snow. The Rockies, Sierra Nevada, and Cascades are all seeing their first widespread snowfall. The heaviest snow falls in Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, mostly above 6,000 feet. Early season totals may look impressive, but expect some melting. Actual accumulations will be lower. This snow cools the ground and sets the stage for winter, building the crucial mountain snowpack. That snowpack is vital for water supplies across the West. It's a welcome development for a region often facing water shortages. The seasonal transition is well underway. Looking ahead to mid-October, a major pattern change is on the way. Around October 13th, a powerful low forms east of the Rockies, tracking northeast and triggering a dramatic shift. A massive ridge builds in the west, sending warm air into Canada and Alaska. This dislodges a pool of Arctic air, which pours south into the eastern US by October 17th. Expect the coldest temperatures of the season so far for the eastern two-thirds of the country. A strong cold front brings showers, storms, and a sharp temperature drop. This marks the end of lingering summer warmth in the east. Winter's chill is knocking at the door. Long-range forecasts often disagree, and this mid-October pattern change is no exception. The European model predicts a cold east and warm west, while the American GFS model shows the opposite. The European model has been more consistent, so forecasters lean toward its solution. The GFS even hints at an unlikely snowstorm in the plains, showing it's struggling with the pattern. For now, expect a cold blast in the east and warmth in the west, but stay tuned. Forecasts can change quickly. We'll keep you updated as new data comes in. Let's break down what to expect in your region. As we look ahead to the next 2 weeks, let's break down what you can expect in your region. From coast to coast, the weather is about to take us on a real autumn journey, with each area experiencing its own unique changes and surprises. West Coast, after a cool start to October, temperatures will climb, bringing a stretch of sunny, pleasant days. Expect conditions to feel more like late summer than fall, especially along the California coast. Outdoor plans, beach trips, and late-season barbecues are all in play as the warmth lingers. It's a great time to soak up the sun before the inevitable shift to cooler, wetter weather later in the season. Meanwhile, In the higher elevations, early season snow is already dusting the mountain peaks. This is fantastic news for water supplies, as the snowpack will help replenish reservoirs and streams. Skiers and snowboarders can start getting excited for an early start to the season, while hikers should be prepared for slippery trails and chilly mornings. Intermountain West and Rockies, a blast of cold air and fresh snow will sweep through this weekend, transforming the landscape into a winter wonderland. But don't get too comfortable with the cold. High pressure will quickly build in, bringing a rapid warm-up and melting some of that fresh snow. Expect dramatic temperature swings, so layering up is key if you're heading outdoors. Midwest and Great Lakes, the first real cool down arrives around October 8th, with crisp air and changing leaves. But brace yourself, the true taste of autumn's chill will hit by mid-month, bringing gusty winds and the potential for lake-effect rain showers. The wind will make it feel even colder, so it's time to dig out those heavier layers and prepare for the season's first real bite. Get those heavier coats ready, and don't forget hats and gloves for those brisk mornings and evenings. It's the perfect time to check your closets and make sure everyone in the family is set for the colder days ahead. South and East Coast. You'll notice a brief cool down, just enough to remind you that fall is here, before temperatures rebound for a short-lived warm-up. But don't get too comfortable. By the third week of October, a major cold front will sweep through, bringing a sharp drop in temperatures and signaling the true arrival of autumn. Expect a mix of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the south, followed by a lasting chill. Gardeners should be ready to cover sensitive plants, as the first frost of the season could arrive sooner than you think. Mornings will start to feel crisp, and you may even spot frost glistening on the grass. No matter where you are, be prepared for rapid changes. Autumn is a season of transition, and the weather can shift quickly from warm and sunny to cold and blustery. Keep an eye on the forecast and be ready to adapt your plans. Across the country, autumn's full spectrum is on display. From golden aspens in the mountains to fiery maples in city parks, the changing leaves are a reminder to get outside and enjoy the beauty of the season while it lasts. Now is the time to prepare your home and garden for the season ahead. Rake up those leaves, cover your plants, and make sure your home is ready for cooler, wetter weather. A little preparation now can save you a lot of trouble later. As we wrap up, remember, staying informed and prepared is the best way to enjoy everything autumn has to offer. Check your local forecast, talk with your family about your plans, and embrace the changes this season brings. The message is clear: a major transition is underway. The next 2 weeks bring a shift from summer warmth to autumn chill for much of the country. Mountain snows are falling, the tropics are still active, and a powerful cold blast is coming. Be prepared, not alarmed. Enjoy the warmth out west, get winter gear ready in the east, and think about winterizing your home. We'll keep monitoring the models and update you as the forecast evolves. Stay informed, stay flexible, and enjoy the beauty of the season. Thanks for joining us. October's weather is just getting started. Stay tuned for more updates as we track these changes across the nation.